This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News9, English news as it should be.
Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to your favorite news destination. I'm Kabir Naqvi and you're watching a show that showcases what's in your interest. On the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 17-year wait is finally over as India gets custody of 2611 Mastermind Tahawwur Rana. We tell you why he is a big catch for the Indian agencies. Also on the show, Kerala finally relents and agrees to implement PM SHRI initiative. That is the Pradhan Mantri Schools initiative. And of course, now you don't need to carry your Aadhaar card, as a QR code will be enough. And this will further your security and of course prevent misuse of the Aadhaar unique identification. All of that on the show. Let's start breaking it down for you. First up, of course, a big win when it comes to fight against terrorism, because Tahawwur Rana, the plotter, the mastermind behind the 2611 terror attack, he's on board a flight. He's coming back to India. Extradition seems to be complete. US Supreme Court has given the green light. Let's break that down first for you. Tahawwur Rana, one of the masterminds of the 2008 terror attacks in Mumbai, he is finally in Indian custody 17 years after he was arrested in the United States. He is currently on board a private plane, as security agencies did not want to take any chances by bringing him in a commercial jet. Tahawwur Rana had exhausted all his legal options, and his extradition comes after the US Supreme Court rejected his petition for a stay. Tahawwur Rana is a crucial link to Pakistan's terror groups and ISI, and has played a starring role in planning and coordinating the attacks. National Investigation Agency's IG Ashish Batra and DIG Jaya Roy, they are leading the 7-member team to get Tahawwur Rana to India. The team also consists of 3 officers from RAW and the Ministry of External Affairs. And the National Investigation Agency will formally take custody and then interrogate Tahawwur Rana at its New Delhi headquarters, is what we're learning. Rana could also be kept in Tihar jail, whilst arrangements have also been made at a Mumbai prison, mind you, where he will be taken later to face a proper trial. The exercise was supervised by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval along with officials from the Home Ministry. And Tahawwur Rana is likely to spill the beans on the Lashkar-e-Toiba nexus and the role of his co-conspirator David Headley in the Mumbai 2611 terror attacks. Now, recently the United States' President Donald Trump, he had confirmed during Prime Minister Modi's visit that they will be handing over Tahawwur Rana to India. Incidentally, back in 2011, when Tahawwur Rana was acquitted on Mumbai terror conspiracy case, States' jury, then Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi had condemned the proceedings and had demanded action as well.
अमेरिका की शिकागो की कोर्ट में आज राणा एक टेररिस्ट को मुक्त करने का फैसला हो चुका है। किस आधार पर 26/11 के मुंबई के आतंकवादी घटना के दोषियों को निर्दोष करार करने की हिम्मत शिकागो कोर्ट करे? इन्वेस्टिगेशन किसने किया? जहां घटना घटी उनका रोल क्या रहा? यहां के पीड़ित लोग हैं, उनको न्याय कौन दिलाएगा? अमेरिका ने पाकिस्तान को खुश करने के लिए ये मिली भगत से कोई पैंतरा रचा है, कोई व्यू बनाया है। देश के प्रधानमंत्री अमेरिका के मित्र माने जाते हैं, उनके बैठते हुए एक तरफा कार्रवाई कैसे हो रही है? क्या 9/11 के दोषियों का केस हिंदुस्तान की कोर्ट में चल सकता है? क्या अमेरिका इसके लिए हमें परमिशन देगा?
I'm pleased to announce that my administration has approved the extradition of one of the plotters and one of the very evil people of the world, and having to do with the horrific 2008 Mumbai terrorist attack, to face justice in India. So he's going to be going back to India to face justice.
But tonight, we take a look in detail the role of Tahawwur Rana in the 2611 attacks, refreshing some of those memories as well, not pleasant ones, needless to say. Now, Tahawwur Rana was exposed by his dear friend David Coleman Headley, whom he met at the Cadet College in Hassan Abdul in Pakistan's Attock district. Tahawwur Rana is a Pakistan origin Canadian businessman who served as a doctor in the Pakistani army before moving to Canada in the 1990s and also became a citizen. He later shifted from Canada to Chicago in the United States, where he came in touch with Headley again. And Headley is the man who connected and conducted recce at various locations. These particular locations which the 10 terrorists eventually targeted in Mumbai. David Headley was arrested back in 2009 and turned a prover in this very case. Exhaustive details in NIA's 2009 charge sheet shows that Rana was the number 2 conspirator after David Headley, coming ahead of even Hafiz Saeed, who is accused number 3. So Rana joined hands with Lashkar-e-Toiba and Harkat-ul-Jihad al-Islami, 2 terror groups operating out of Pakistan back in 2006. Headley convinced another conspirator and Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorist Abdul Rahman to meet Tahawwur Rana and take him into confidence. Rana and Rahman, they both met in Dubai as the wheels of conspiracy gathered pace. And later, Lashkar-e-Toiba chief Hafiz Saeed himself ordered Headley to seek help from Tahawwur Rana and use Tahawwur Rana's contacts for travel to India. This clearly establishes that Tahawwur Rana was not just a cog in the wheel. In fact, he powered the entire wheel, as the charge sheet establishes that Tahawwur Rana provided logistics, financial and other assistance to David Coleman Headley and the other co-conspirators. And since it is established that Rana had a prominent role in the 26/11 attacks, let's now also quickly take a look at how he went about executing this crucial role of his. Tahawwur Rana helped David Headley in securing an Indian visa by providing false information at the Indian consulate in Chicago. Next, they established and started the Office of Immigrant Law Center in Mumbai to provide base and cover for their terror activities. Rana allowed Headley to use his immigration firm, First World International, as a cover for executing his terror assignment. And finally, David Headley arrived in Mumbai from Karachi on the 14th of September back in 2006, and here he met an individual who was asked by Tahawwur Rana to arrange lodging and office space for David Headley. Interestingly, the bond between Headley and Rana was so strong that on his 3rd visit to India, Headley informed only Rana and did not even tell his handlers in Pakistan. Around June 2007, Headley took Rana's help in securing a 10-year visa extension with options for multiple entries as well. What needs to be highlighted here is that Tahawwur Rana was the only person that Headley kept in contact with during his stay in India. In fact, his Lashkar-e-Toiba and ISI handlers had already decided that no calls will come from Pakistan to India. So, in his first visit to India, Headley spoke to Rana about 32 times. In his second visit, they chatted 23 times. And in the third visit, they spoke about 40 times. In the 6th visit, it was 33 times. And in the 7th visit, this particular duo spoke nearly 66 times. The point that is being made here is that a side actor in this entire conspiracy. He had a starring role in the 26/11 terror plot. As the strike date was approaching, Lashkar-e-Toiba and the ISI, through Rana, told Headley to extend the rent agreement for the office for 15 more days till mid-November 2008. And this was for facilitating Rana's visit to India in November 2008. This was planned in advance, in consultation with Lashkar-e-Toiba's Sajid Majid and ISI's Major Iqbal. Tahawwur Rana visited India between the 13th and the 21st of November, just days before the attacks on the 26th of November back in 2008. And clearly, Rana was not just a bits and pieces player. And that's why his extradition will throw light on further threads of this intricate terror conspiracy. And mind you, the duo of Rana and Headley did not stop here. They were plotting an attack on a Danish newspaper office for publishing controversial images of Prophet Muhammad and fresh attacks on Chabad and Chabad centers in India. Headley visited India from the 7th to the 17th of March in 2009 for reconnaissance of Chabad houses located in Delhi, Pushkar, Goa and Pune Those three added on to the list after Delhi. And again, he was in constant touch with Tahawwur Rana, who provided logistical support just like earlier. Prior to his India visit, David Headley had discussed the entire plot with Rana and had also informed Tahawwur Rana about the role of HUJI, the Hurkat Jihad al-Islami, and its chief, Elias Kashmiri, and Lashkar-e-Toiba's Abdur Rahman in the latest conspiracy. But their plan was cut short by US authorities, who stumbled upon their latest chilling plot for mass terror strikes. A narrative was built in recent years that Rana was tricked or blackmailed by Headley, but these details prove that he is a terrorist who plotted deadly terror attacks which ended up killing 166 people and injured another 230 plus people. Now, after 17 long years, we have a man who played a leading role in Pakistan state's terror agenda. He's going to be back with us. Interrogation underway as well. All right then, our second focus on the show tonight is of course the PM SHRI mission. We're talking about the state of Kerala and why the sudden U-turn by the state after that major hectic parlays and back and forth on whether the PM SHRI scheme should be implemented or not. Take a look at this. The Kerala government, defying the trend of the non-NDA ruled states not implementing the centrally sponsored schemes, has now decided to go ahead with the PM SHRI initiative. That is the Pradhan Mantri Schools for Rising India. And this approval for the scheme comes after about 3 years of back and forth on the scheme, which was launched by the central government back in the year 2022. Before we move on, first let's understand what the PM SHRI scheme is, and then we will get into what the opposition to the scheme has been by Kerala till now and some other states as well. Now, the PM SHRI initiative is a centrally sponsored scheme with an objective to improve the quality of education and infrastructure across schools in the country. Under the scheme, 14,500 existing schools will be redeveloped and made into model schools in coherence with the objectives of the National Education Policy NEP 2020. The scheme functions at the block level with a maximum of 2 schools to be selected from each block resource center, which will then be equipped with facilities like smart classrooms, labs, libraries, and also sustainability features like water conservation system, waste management systems, and rain harvesting, also part of that long list. The central government has since the year 2022 set aside more than 27,000 crore rupees for the initiative over a 5-year period. And since the scheme is a centrally sponsored scheme, 60% of the cost will be covered by the central government, whilst 40% will be contributed by the respective state governments. Now that Kerala government has given the green light to the scheme, more than 300 schools across the state in Kerala will be brought under the initiative and are expected to receive an annual aid of close to 1 crore rupees each for the next 5 years. So if Kerala schools are to benefit after getting under the purview of the scheme, what was the state government objecting to for the past 3 years? And it was not just about Kerala. Its neighbor Tamil Nadu and also the TMC ruled West Bengal are still objecting to the scheme and have till now refused to implement the PM SHRI scheme. These state governments have refused to implement the scheme, arguing that it would then force them to implement the national education policy as well. And we're all seeing how Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin is going around terming the policy as an attempt to Hindi in the state and outrightly refuse to implement it. The Kerala government had refused to implement the scheme on the same basis, terming it as an attempt by the centre to forcefully implement the National Education Policy 2020. It had also objected to the condition to display the PM SHRI school boards in front of the institutions which would have received funds under this very scheme. So, what made the Kerala government relent now, take that massive U-turn? Well, the answer seems to be quite simple. Financial crunch. The central government has withheld several of funds to Kerala for its refusal to implement the scheme. This led to the state facing difficulties in the implementation of several other educational programs under the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. And as per the data available, the central government till now has not released funds amounting to 860 crore rupees to Kerala for this initiative. Kerala government seems to have now realized that without central assistance, it cannot run its various other educational schemes as well. But Tamil Nadu and West Bengal seem to be in no mood to relent despite the fund crunch. Tamil Nadu is yet to receive funds to the tune of rupees 2,000 crores from the centre, whilst nearly 1,800 crore rupees are yet to be received by West Bengal government as well. And just last month, the Parliamentary Panel on Education had taken serious note of the non-release of funds to the opposition ruled states for not implementing the PM SHRI scheme, terming the withholding of funds to states as non-justifiable. This parliamentary panel had asked the Union Education Ministry to resolve the issue amicably with the state governments and release the pending funds on a priority basis. This parliamentary panel held that the ministry should reevaluate the funding allocations and ensure that none of the states are placed in a disadvantageous position for not accepting the NEP 2020 or the PM SHRI scheme. Will the central government pay heed? Well, I would say it seems unlikely. More so now that the Kerala government has relented, made that U-turn a precedent, an example for at least Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. In October last year, Delhi, which was then ruled by the Aam Aadmi Party, and Punjab, also an Aam Aadmi Party ruled state, had also buckled down due to the fund crunch and implemented the PM SHRI scheme. With Kerala also now implementing the scheme, 34 of 36 Indian states and union territories have implemented the PM SHRI scheme. Tamil Nadu and West Bengal remain the only outliers. How long will these two state governments be able to hold their own in the face of a financial crunch? Well, that remains to be seen. Well, another one of those vantageous feather in our digital cap. We're talking about Aadhaar unique identification. Let's tell you about how this is going to make your life easy. India has added yet another feather to its Digital India cap. Union Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, he launched the Aadhaar QR application yesterday in the national capital. Let's tell you all about it. The launch of this application is a milestone in itself, since once it is available for use, you won't have to go through the hassle of carrying your Aadhaar card physically for data verification everywhere you go. The app is set to revolutionize how people verify and share their Aadhaar details digitally, eliminating the need to carry physical cards or submit those photocopies that one is running to at this point in time.
जब आधार का लॉ बना था तब हमारे पास डेटा प्रोटेक्शन का और प्रिवेसी का एक हॉरिजॉन्टल लॉ नहीं था. तब एक बेसिक प्रिवेसी का लॉ देश में नहीं था. अब हमारे पास डिजिटल पर्सनल डेटा प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 2023 आज हमारे पास है और इसके रूल्स करीब करीब बन चुके हैं. जैसा कंसल्टेशन एक्ट बनाने के टाइम में हुआ था उतना ही एक्सटेंसिव कंसल्टेशन रूल्स बनाने के टाइम में भी हुआ है. अब वो कंसल्टेशन करीब करीब फिनिश होने को आया है. बहुत जल्दी रूल्स नोटिफाई भी हो जाएंगे. तो एक तरीके से हमारे पास देश में एकदम आधुनिक absolutely modern legal framework अब आ गया है. Now we need to see how the Aadhaar law can be harmonized vis-a-vis the DPDP Act.
Innovation, inclusion and integration. The minister also talking about how to harmonize the Aadhaar law as well, because with the advent of digital technology, one has to constantly revise and reform even the safeguards and how one can actually benefit from these advents. This new application is focused on giving users complete control over their personal information, allowing them to share only the data that they want to choose. That too through a secure digital process. Now, one of the standout features of this Aadhaar application is its Face ID authentication. It adds an extra layer of security and makes the entire verification process seamless and efficient, needless to say. This new Aadhaar application also allows users to verify details by simply scanning a QR code, making it as easy as, let's say, making a UPI payment these days. And this feature is expected to make Aadhaar verification at various points, such as hotels, shops, airports, incredibly simple and hassle-free. This means no more handing over physical Aadhaar cards or submitting photocopies for verification. The entire process can now be handled digitally. That's right, ensuring your privacy whilst offering a more efficient way of completing the necessary checks that are required.
किसी को अपना कार्ड होटल में हो, फंक्शन में हो, ट्रैवल के टाइम में हो, वहां पे अपना कार्ड नहीं देना पड़े, कार्ड की फोटोकॉपी नहीं देनी पड़े. ये थॉट प्रोसेस है.
Well, you heard the minister. It's absolutely hassle-free. You don't have to carry your card physically everywhere. Just scan a QR code, as simple and easy with all the QR code scanning that we're doing on our smart mobile phones these days. But this app will also become a pathway to safer data sharing. It ensures that Aadhaar details cannot be forged, edited or misused. Aadhaar details are in fact quite personal, private and important for each and every citizen. Information is shared only with the permission of the user, and the user that is in fact you. Now, the launch of the Aadhaar app is just one of the digital initiatives that India has undertaken. In the past decade, several such digital measures have streamlined various services, whether in the sector of payments, banking, education, etc. India's digital public infrastructure or DPI push has been lauded for its impact globally as well. According to the Government of India, 138.34 crore Aadhaar numbers have been generated. Unified Payment Interface or UPI has emerged as one of the biggest inventions easing India's payments. As of 30th of June 2024, it has facilitated 24,100 crore financial transactions. That's a big number we're looking at. DigiLocker, a platform for digital document verification, has facilitated more than 37.046 crore users and made available 776 crore issued documents. Digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing, Diksha, the world's largest education platform, imparted 556.37 crore learning sessions as on 22nd of July 2024. It has achieved 17.95 crore course enrollments and 14.37 crore course completions in that same time period as well. In the health sector, initiatives like telemedicine service, popular by the name of e-Sanjeevani, and hospital management system or e-hospital services have also aided the public and come to their benefit. During the COVID-19 pandemic, CoWIN and the Arogya Setu applications gained popularity for booking vaccination appointments and for contact tracing as well. India's digital infrastructure and Indian digital infrastructure initiatives have not just been limited to the country. It has become one of the countries that is inspiring other nations to use digital infra for their own progress as well. During India's G20 presidency, digital public infrastructure was a key priority. In November 2024, leaders from the G20 Troika, India, Brazil and South Africa unveiled a landmark joint declaration on digital public infrastructure, DPI, also artificial intelligence and data for governance. The leaders stressed on equitable technology distribution, which will create new employment opportunities, improve health and education outcomes, and restore public trust in democratic governance. India, of course, the shining light, the shining beacon in this aspect. The declaration read, and I quote, "Technology is advancing at a dizzying pace. If equitably deployed, it offers us a historic opportunity to raise growth, reduce inequality, and take a giant step towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals." And now, with the launch of the Aadhaar application, a simple QR code scanning, no need to take your physical Aadhaar card everywhere, India has taken another bold step, needless to say, to strengthen its digital infrastructure push, give the right kind of example to the rest of the world. And as more and more people adopt and adapt to this service, it is expected to streamline a variety of verification processes and further empower citizens, giving the right to privacy right in the palm of the user, which is you. All right then, time for us to slip into a quick commercial breather here. Top developments right on the other side. Keep it with News9.
I need expert performance. I need my career.
What does it take to be the greatest in the world? There is one thing which truly sets you apart. Your inner strength. Sodiative DMD Reebok. True inner strength.
Smash your way to glory at the News9 Corporate Badminton Championship. Get ready for the ultimate badminton showdown. News9 presents the biggest corporate championship, a battle of skill, speed and supremacy. Cash prize of 6 lakh rupees across categories. Venue, Pulela Gopichand Badminton Academy, Hyderabad. Dates, May 9th to May 11th. A chance to showcase your talent and make a mark. The court is set. Are you ready? Register now.
Bharat welcomes the world to a new era of creativity. Waves, World Audio-Visual and Entertainment Summit. Connecting creators through Creatosphere. Wave Accelerator. Waves Bazaar.
Where stories, ideas and content go global.
Connecting countries through global media dialogue and Bharat Pavilion.
Shaping narratives and partnerships. Culture, cinema, gaming. Waves fuels the next wave of entertainment.
Connecting creators, connecting countries. Waves 2025.